Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing okay today and that you're ready for some more Requiem for Innocence. Been a while since we played this game, since we didn't play it in the start of the week, so we're doing it now. And I do hope that my voice will hold. It hasn't quite woken up yet, I feel, but I will try my best, and I'm very much looking forward to this. Last time... What did we do last time? Let's see. Oh yeah, we saw like what Morgana had been up to, how she became the witch in the college, and that she was starting to finally like warm up towards another human being again, towards Mel, and then she got stabbed in the back, and we practically ended by the part where Jacopo realized his huge mistake and found out who the witch really was, and then he decided to just keep going anyway, keep up appearances. He can't do anything about it. The question is if she had been more lucid and not losing her mind, if things would have been different, if he would have decided to do things differently, or if it had been the same either way, but we will never know, I guess. Yeah, she didn't get stabbed in the back, she got stabbed in the arm. Very true, very true. But yeah. So, and as you perhaps can see, we don't have a chat on the video screen, because YouTube has apparently, from what I have read, made an update that doesn't quite work with my code for my chat that I have had. It's some sort of security thingamajig. So you will have to live with having only like the chat on the side that is connected to YouTube itself, until either OBS or YouTube make another update to perhaps, maybe, hopefully fix it, but otherwise it is what it is, so yeah. Oh my god, guys, she should have been armed, really. Cost of human relations and arm, yeah. It's good to see that you guys are awake and alert, at least. I am quite tired today. I don't know. For those of you who know me, you know that I have had like trouble sleeping for a long time. Never really had a good night's sleep in a long time. I mean, I'm used to it. I function, but I'm very tired all the time. But now I have gotten some pills to help me sleep. Didn't quite feel the effect tonight. I hope it will like come over time. I might have to like adjust my dose a bit, because I can take 3 pills. I only took 1 because they basically told me to start with 1, and then every other week I can increase the dose as needed. But yeah, I didn't really feel the effect during the night because I still woke up a lot and such, but I was completely dead in the morning. Like my body didn't want to wake up, and I'm not sure if that's the medicine or if it's me. It might be me, because it might be too soon to feel any effect, but yeah, I'm feeling a bit sluggish today, but that's a good feeling for this game, though. It would have been worse if it was a game that required a lot of like thinking and stuff. Here I only sorry. Here I only have to read, so I think we'll be fine. But yeah, let's dive into the game before my voice decides to give up entirely. Let's see, it's that button. I never remember the buttons. Gonna make sure I have some sound. We would still love Lolly Slug, thank you. It's good to know that I will still be loved even if I become a slug. And likewise as well. Okay, I think the sound is good on my end. I hope it is good on your end as well. Otherwise, just tell me and I will try to adjust it. Every day felt like a slog through a swamp, with no end in sight. Though I did everything to keep up appearances when I wasn't alone. I masked any trace of my discord beneath a veil of bottomless confidence. It had reached a point where nearly everything I said or did in public was an act. A farce, even. Among the mistakes the Far Eastern Doggen made was involving a third party. He was a young man, and there was a considerable possibility he was nobility. Which meant I couldn't simply dispose of the boy until I had more information. Between that and his decision to cut off Morgana's arm, I was looking like quite a fool for thinking I could tame a beast. Sighting head, yeah, I know. I know how to read. It's one of my many talents. Though of course, my biggest mistake was coming up with the scheme in the first place. Soon after locking Morgana up in the tower, I summoned the boy, making it abundantly clear he was not to tell anyone what he knew. Then sealing the deal by turning him into a co-conspirator. The boy was irritatingly timid, in part, I presumed, because the dog had already threatened him. All it took to keep him nice and obedient was a stern glare and a few choice words. I hired the dog to be my bodyguard, and assigned the boy to an administrative supervising post on the new church grounds. Having been originally built as a second manor for the previous lord, the church was still more mansion than church, which meant there was an abundance of rooms for the boy to stay in. It's really cool to see this this part of the story, like from people who were actually there, like not seeing it from Michelle's point of view, but actually seeing the story happen, if you know what I mean. Like, I mean, I knew this would be the case, but it's still very interesting to see it from, like, Jacopo's eyes. Especially since we did play the main game so close to this one. I then summoned the saintess there to serve as the face of the church. She was to remain on the grounds all day, and at night she would stay in a cottage a safe distance from the church. I also informed her that I stored my money and valuables in the observation tower, and that she would be charged with treason if she trespassed. She was a naturally trusting woman, and she seemed grateful for everything I was doing for her, so I doubted she would spill anything. Though, even if she did, 3 keys were required to enter the tower. 1 held by me, 1 by the dog, and one by the boy. Yeah, and especially nice in Morgana's point of view. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think so too. I do like that they made Jacopo the protagonist of this story instead of Morgana, since we already got her point of view in a way in the first game. Even though it was very short, but still, we know how she feels and what she was experiencing. So it's nice to see it from Jacopo's eyes. So all 3 of us were in this until the witch died. That's some nice foreshadowing there. I had one of my aides dig around for information on the noble boy. Mel was his name, and he claimed he had been banished from his home, but I couldn't just take him at his word. I had to be absolutely sure, so that when the witch died, I could eliminate him. The dog too, of course. No one who knew anything could be allowed to live. That said, he seemed like he could put up a better fight than the boy, so I would have to be a little more careful in choosing how to take him out. I wasn't too worried though. I was the Lord after all. So long as that much didn't change, I could do just about anything. Imagine if we had this longer point of view from Morgana's side. Oh god, yeah. pain galore. Not sure if we would have been able to handle that. It would have been a bit much. Once we started distributing the miracle elixir, the church's following grew far quicker than I had expected. Numerous reports of people being cured of diseases spread through the city, and before long, even the healthy came seeking its powers. Every smiling face that walked out of the chapel put another black stain on my spirit. Her blood really was miraculous. And it was then that I understood why the last Barnier held all those banquets. He wasn't just torturing a little girl, he was feasting on miracles. Amy Tale 2.0, yeah, very true. But for a much longer period of time. Yeah, fun. And now that word was spreading, and I knew the rumors were true, I had lost my final escape route. The plan failing entirely because her blood was just ordinary blood. Forward was only the route Forward was the only route that remained. One day, the Far Eastern dog said to me, "Everything is proceeding exactly as you said it would, Lord." I didn't believe in miracles, but seeing all this has tempted me to change my mind. You were right. One girl's life is indeed a worthy exchange. I wasn't sure how I responded, though by that point I'd largely just rattled off bitter snark and insults reflexively in response to anything. So presumably I called the dog a dog, perhaps giving a laugh. Most nights I could no longer sleep without the aid of alcohol. I was pretty sure none of it was poison, but I spent a lot of time throwing it back up regardless. Oh god. Verbal kick in Jacopo's balls. Yeah. Barnier's cackling echoed in my chambers. The world twisted and contorted. Quite frankly, I was considering taking my own life. But I wouldn't let myself run away from what I had done. What I was doing to her. I had said I would continue my march straight down to hell, and that was exactly what I planned to do. Again and again I repeated to myself, I feel nothing for her. I never loved her. She's just another faceless peasant. I have no memories of my past life. This is so good, guys. It's seriously so good because, like, he's obviously a villain here. Like, obviously. He's doing all this... he's making all the wrong decisions. He's doing evil stuff. Like, pure evil stuff. But, like, at the same time you can't really hate him because you get where he's coming from in a strange way, so you, like, can sympathize with him. But at the same time, he's so in the wrong, and it just hurts to see him doing all these wrong choices, and yeah. Like, I love this. This is so good. This is how villains should be written. Like, you are supposed to understand where they come from, to understand them, to be able to, like, empathize with them. But you know that they are wrong, so they have to, like, lose, but yeah. Lolly's favorite kind of villain? Yeah, definitely. I love villains that are, like, human, that you can empathize with, that you can understand where they are coming from. I just love that. That you will actually feel mad about making the wrong choices because you somewhat care for them more than they are just pure evil and you hate them because they're evil. I really, really like that in stories. And I think that the house in Fata Morgana has nailed Jacopo as a villain. The days turned to months, and soon spring was upon us. That's a nice view. They finally got shackles to put on me. Must have given them quite a scare when I tried to climb the wall. Isn't that funny? Look, I made a flower crown. Festival preparations seem to be going well. Hey, aren't you going to go? I'm not going anywhere. You're a strange one. It's much nicer out there than it is in here. If anyone is to leave, it will not be me. Say, I've been wondering, who are you anyway? I was created to carry your pain. That doesn't answer the question. I cannot give you any other one though. I carry your pain for you and offer you someone to talk to, so the last remaining flame of hope in your heart doesn't flicker out. How very honorable of you. You sound like a saint. I don't know how you could stand living like that. What? What's so funny? Nothing. Just... You don't remember anything, do you? I don't consider my work to be saintly, but if you perceive it that way, then that's thanks to you. Because that's who you were, Morgana. You're not making any sense. That's fine, my dear. Knowing what I carry in my spirit would only cause you pain. So I just beg you to live on, to not give up hope. Where am I supposed to find hope? Chained up in a tower. You've been with me long enough. You see me here. My body is on the verge of death. And a black cloud fills my spirit. I despise those men. Every one of them who did this to me. I want to kill them myself. And I hate that I lack the power to do so. I want to place a curse on them all. Don't talk like that, Morgana. Please, keep your spirit pure. Don't talk about cursing people. There's still hope. Someone will come to save you. Maybe one of the three will have a change of heart. Or maybe someone else will come through the door. Just have a little patience, alright? There's no point. Even if someone does come, I have nowhere to return to. I have nowhere. That's not true. Remember, all those years ago when the Lord had you chained up, someone came and set you free then. And someone will... No one's coming. That was a miracle. A one-time miracle. The flaxen-haired boy, he lied to me. This world is nothing but betrayal. No one is going to set me free anymore. Actually, there is one possibility for my salvation. Perfect! Then we'll wait for them to come. Yes, let's wait for an angel to come. What? An angel to come and set me free. Morgana, deliver divine punishment unto the sinners who would defile me. Poor girl, oh my god. Morning, Maria. You're here bright and early. Hey. Yeah, not like I got much else on my plate. Well, aren't you quite a workaholic? You know, you're getting to be about that age when most girls would close up shop and settle down with a man or three. And you know no man wants to get hitched with this kind of bitch. Fair enough. Most girls in this biz are rough around the edges, but you're rough all the way through. Like how you got all up in a client's face the other day, and now that was a sight to see. But anyway, the blacksmith brought this for you. Huh? Oh, that. I was planning to go pick that up myself. Special thanks for being such a faithful patron, he said. Never met another prostitute who regulars at the smithy. That's one heck of a hobby. Maybe so, but it's the only hobby I have. Not gonna lie, that's a little scary. What kind of girl collects knives? What kind of girl doesn't like something nice and shiny? There's nothing more to it, right? It's just a collection, not for you to, like, use or anything. Like I said, they're shiny. And when have I ever drawn a knife on any of you? Never, right? Oh no, not to use them on us. The thought never crossed my mind. I know how much you care about us girls. I just mean, you're not planning to do anything, like, dangerous. Oh no, hell no. You're way overthinking it. If you say so. It just looked like this one was made for a special occasion or something. You even had your name engraved in it. What's so strange about that? Collectors get their names engraved on shit all the time. I once had an ex-mercenary for a client, and he told me people engrave names in weapons for all sorts of reasons. The name of someone you love to help them strengthen your resolve. Your own name as a symbol of your honor. Is this for... How much honor does a dirty old whore like me even have? Like I said, it's just my hobby. I like shiny things and that's all there is to it. Now hand it over. Promise me you won't do anything dangerous with it. Pinky swear. Thanks. Well, I do think we know that that was a lie. Sorry, friend. It had been 4 years since the raid on the brothel, and we were still just barely getting back on our feet. It would never be the same as before, though. Not because we had to move locations, but because the slums were shrinking away to almost nothing thanks to the Lord's renovations. Not to mention all the new foreign women who sold their services up in the city's bustling marketplace. Most of our old regulars had taken their business there, and we weren't drawing in much in the way of new blood either. With better options to get the rocks off, only the real oddballs went for the rundown whorehouse in a little back alley in the slums. It was enough to keep us afloat, but we'd hardly last another 6 months. A year if we were real lucky. And while we were down here fighting to make it by day to day, our ever-gracious Lord was planning a festival to celebrate the spring harvest. Celebrations were to take place in and around the new church set up across the river, and with this being the first annual harvest festival, the whole city was in a rather jolly mood. Everyone except us slum rats, of course. The merchants, the upper class, and even most of the regular citizens were in love with the Lord. Public opinion took a huge turn after the new church opened its doors. I presume it was all part of his grand plan. Me, on the other hand, I was far from pleased. He had abandoned us in the slums, left all his old friends out to dry because he wanted a little extra gold. And like hell I was going to stand for that. Well through the grapevine was the Lord and his bodyguard spent a lot of time at the new church. A nun everyone called a saintess worked there, handing out some kind of miracle elixir. I assumed it was her that he had business with. But his business didn't matter so much as the fact that he was there. There was no way I was getting through the fortifications around his manor on the hill, but the church would have been nearly as well protected. Last night I snuck onto the grounds to survey the area, and there was no sign of any guards or people at all. So it wouldn't likely be difficult for me to slip into the building and hide there until he showed up. Tonight, I brought everything. I was going all in. These past 4 years, my feelings for him have been, well, mixed, to put it lightly. I knew damn well he wasn't the same man I grew up with, but a part of me deep down wanted to believe that man was still there. That maybe he had some reason, and I just wasn't seeing it. That I was misinterpreting him somehow. But if I was right, and the old Jacopo was gone, I would settle it once and for all tonight. Something problem with assumptions? Yeah, true. It's quiet in there. Doors lock tight. Figures. Now with that out of the way, how do I want to get in? Could break a window. I'd rather not make that much noise though. Now who do we have here? He's heading for the mansion. Maybe he's got a key. I was gonna bail if I ran across anyone, but that might not be necessary. How much longer am I going to have to deal with this? And I can't believe he's holding a festival. He's got to be out of his mind. I'm too tired to worry about this tonight. Don't move. Huh? What? Oh, and no squealing either. One peep and this little baby will carve you a brand new mouth. What? Who are you? Are you a thief? I don't want your shit. I just want you to answer a couple of questions. If you can do that for me, you get to keep your throat in one piece. What do you want from me? What are you doing here? The Lord comes by here pretty often, right? I want to have a little chat with him. What? Are you out of your mind? I can't let you see the Lord. Oh, all right. Nighty-night then. Wait! I'm not fucking around. I don't care who you are. If you're gonna cover for him, then say your prayers and curse your bad luck. What's it gonna be, little man? Don't hurt me! Please! Where's the Lord? He's not here. Welp, it was nice knowing you. Slow down! He's not here now! But he'll be here at dawn! Is that so? I'm not comfortable saying anymore out here. Someone might see us. It'll be safer if you go to my room. We can talk more there. And how do I know you're not gonna split the second I let go? I swear. I don't know you either, but you're not here to just talk to the Lord, are you? I'm doing what he says, but not because I agree with him. So if anything, I'm on your side. You're better at sucking dick than most of the prostitutes I know. I mean it. At the very least, we can't have a productive conversation if we're both on edge like this. Huh. You got a decent head on your shoulder for someone who was within seconds of losing it. Alright, you convinced me. Lead the way, little man. But if you so much as breathe suspiciously, your head will roll. I get it. On your feet. Glad I ran into someone without a spine. I'd definitely have trouble sleeping after this if I had to kill a complete stranger. Well, well. Nice looking room you got for yourself, little man. So, the Lord's gonna be here bright and early, you said. But why? Well, daytime I'd understand if he was here to play friendly with all his followers. But no one's gonna be here at the ass crack of dawn. They're not his followers. The patrons of the church are true believers in the word of God. Can't say I'm convinced. Looks more to me like he's built himself a damn cult. Now, my question. I am... The Lord has important business to attend to in the mornings. I'm not stupid. I'm asking what his business is. I can't tell you that. Only that he'll be here early in the morning. You think I'm just gonna take you at your word? Oh, I can't tell you why, but I promise he'll be here. It's really, really important, so just wait here till morning. So I sit on my thumbs, morning rolls around, and whoosh! I'm never seen again. That sound about right? Maria truly increasing Nellie's big fantasy. God. We are lucky that Nellie isn't here to see this. No! Then answer my question. What's he gonna be doing here so early? He's coming to check on some valuable assets. Say again? I help manage his assets. But not because I want to. He's threatening me. And what are these assets? It's, spit it out. I can't. I really can't. Anything but that. What if I say I kill you if you don't? Go right ahead. Threaten me all you want. That's the one thing I can never tell anyone. 'Cause I'll make you disappear if you spill. It's not my safety I care about. It's my sister. They'll kill my sister if I tell anyone. So I can't say anything. You have a sister. She's my only family. I see. So the Lord's blackmailing you to help manage his assets. And as part of that, he's also holding your sister hostage. Not directly, but essentially, yes. That's sick, rotten fuck. I don't have any family myself, but a few years back, there was a girl who was like a sister to me. What? Oh. And he felt kind of the same way about her, or at least I thought. But now he's fallen so far he's taking some kid's sister hostage. Maybe I'm reading into things, but do you actually know the Lord? I did. Like a former mistress or something? Oh, hell no. We grew up together, believe it or not. What? So you used to be a noble? No, you dingus. I didn't think so. You don't seem particularly dignified. Yep, just a dirty old whore here. Sorry to disappoint. Whoa, I never said that. Anyway, that's all you need to know about me and the Lord. Alright. Now, what about you? There was a girl, she says funny how fitting it is. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. You known him for long? About 6 months, maybe. So no, but you've been in regular contact with him that whole time. Tell me, what's he like these days? And don't worry, the knife's taking a nap. Just tell me whatever you can. I'm curious. I don't know much, but alright. The only time I really see the Lord is when we meet to check in on his assets. We don't chat or anything like that. He always seems to be in a foul mood, and he gives me dirty looks whenever he sees me. Even though we're working together? Like I said, I'm not doing it because I want to. I just wound up in this position. Go on. I can tell you this though, he's a monster. He's a cruel, evil, heartless man. No one with a conscience could do the things he doesn't care how much pain he causes, and anyone who doesn't fall in line is eliminated. His reputation's improving because he's got the saints vouching for him. But it's all a load of crap. He's a villain and a tyrant. Sounds just like the previous lord. Huh? Previous lord? You're not from around here, little man? No, I lived somewhere far away and just sort of ended up here recently. Well, that explains it. There was a different guy on the throne up till about 4 years ago. He was a vicious, barbaric fuck who treated people like his playthings. He would murder slaves by the dozen just for shits. And he did some very bad things to a little girl. This new lord is exactly the same. People are just another commodity to him. Man or woman or child, it doesn't care as long as they are useful. He'll hurt people. He'll kill them, anything to get what he wants. I got that impression. After everything I've seen and heard, was I honestly hoping he'd tell me it wasn't as bad as the previous lord? Mel, you're helping that evil man, so technically you're not exactly any better. Yeah, but we know Mel, right? He doesn't want to admit that. It's not his fault. He hasn't done anything wrong. He was being threatened, blah blah blah. We already know that he doesn't have a spine, so I've heard enough. He's gone over the edge, and there's no bringing him back. Yeah, exactly. He is a coward. And this time Michelle is not here to snap him out of it. I was originally planning to talk to him, but that was never going to work. He's a lost cause. So what are you going to do? I'm gonna make sure he can't shame himself any more than he has, by putting an end to his miserable life. You wanna see the Lord gone too, don't you? Get out of the shitty hole he's thrown you in. Cause if you do, then stick your neck out and give me a hand. I honestly don't remember how this goes, but knowing Mel, I would not trust in him as a accomplice in this. Snap was more of a shove. Yeah, true. And hello Riser, welcome. Epic sauce voice. Well, I take it as a compliment, I guess. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. I hope you will enjoy your time here. You know what will happen if you keep on like this? Once your job is done, once he's done with you, you're gone. You're not stupid enough to think he'd let you live, are you? What will it be? You're gonna go on being his obedient little bitch? Or you're gonna give him what's coming? Alright. I'll help. Excellent. Your tailor must be damn skilled to accommodate balls that big. Oh my god, Maria. Honestly, I've been waiting 6 months for this. For someone to show up and give me a way out. Yeah, I love her too, she's awesome. While waiting for the sun to rise, me and the little man hashed out our plan of attack. The Lord kept a skilled bodyguard around at almost all times, so we wanted to avoid causing any trouble while they were together. He was only alone for a small window of time. When he arrived at the church each morning, he would first head for his private study, unguarded. That was our chance. Time was limited, which meant we'd make it simple, move quickly. We had an element of surprise on our side though. I could do this. No, there was no room for even the slightest uncertainty. I would do this. I didn't care about saving the people from an oppressive despot, or anything grand or honorable like that. All I wanted was to stop an old friend from falling any further. That was my entire reason for assassinating the Lord of the Land. I wouldn't be a hero if I pulled it off. I'd be an insurgent. But to hell with my reputation. I'd be hunted down and killed for my crimes not long after anyway. Jacopo, as your old friend, I'll join you on your trip to hell. I really like this. This gives us an understanding to Maria in the third door as well. Obviously in the third door she was more twisted by Morgana's curse a bit, because I feel like she was more villainous there, but it's still grounded in their friendship. I feel this desire to kill him, less so maybe in the third door, because spiteful, exactly, it was more spiteful there, but it's all sort of stems from their friendship. So yeah. And then, at long last, the moment arrived. Exactly as Mel had said, the Lord showed up at the mansion early the next morning with bodyguard in tow. The Lord disappeared into his study, and then the bodyguard headed for the chapel. Once he was out of sight, I glanced over at Mel and nodded. Who is it? It's me. There's something I need to talk to you about. We'll be seeing each other shortly anyway. Whatever it is, you can tell me then. It can't wait. It's important. And I don't want anyone to overhear. Is it about the assets? Yeah. Fine, come in. Here goes. I took a deep breath. I held it in. It would all be done in a matter of seconds. All our memories together, the time we shared, sent straight down to the grave. Ah! What? So long, Jacopo. I'll see you down in hell. However, not a thing went according to plan. My resolve rendered null in an instant. My confidence shattered like glass. My vengeance brushed aside like nothing. My outstretched knife hit empty air, and without even enough time to blink, my whole world shifted. I wasn't looking at my loathsome target's face, but the flat, unadorned ceiling above me. My body spun, and then something slammed against my back. With barely enough time to even gasp, I crashed into the floor. It all happened faster than the blink of an eye. He had me on the ground, knee pressed on my back, my arm twisted up into the air. I had him! I had element of surprise. How could he... It's like he knew exactly what was coming. How could he react so quickly? You look perplexed. Well, unfortunately for you, I've seen my share of assassination attempts. But you I wasn't expecting. Let me go! I thought if anyone, you might be different. The hell are you going on about? You weren't even going to try to talk to me before killing me? There's nothing to talk about. Not a goddamn thing. I've heard what you've done. What you're doing. Huh. Well, credit where it's due. At least you didn't try to poison me. Either way, there's plenty you could have done better. Second-rate attempt at best. You rushed, knowing you didn't have much time, but you still could have used the fact that we've known each other most of our lives to get a little closer before pulling the knife. That would have increased your chances a little. Alternatively, I can't read. Alternatively, you could have tried to distract me with your body, but I doubt you could swallow your pride long enough to do that. Shut your fucking... Get off me! Are you trying to break my arm? You would break an old friend's arm? Don't take me for a fool. You just tried to kill me, you conniving harlot. Ah! He's being an ass even now. Yeah, that's kind of his thing nowadays. You're a completely different man now. No, not even a man. A useless sack of flesh. Call me whatever you like. I've heard it all and more. Lord. The boy was sneaking about, so I apprehended him. Well, in Mel's defense, he didn't betray her at least, so... Go Mel? Question mark? He wants another arm. It's... Oh god, dude, or no. No. Running away at the first sign of your grand plan going south. I see you still haven't grown a spine yet, have you, boy? You might have had a better chance if you both came at me together. Shall I kill him? Quit your drooling, dog. I want you to watch him. Make sure he doesn't try and run again. And what about a woman? She tried to attack you. Shall I kill her? Right ahead. Go right the fuck ahead. Kill me like you kill everyone else. Cut off my head, put it on a pike in a town square. Everyone? You know, you're right. Nearly everyone I can think of died by my hands. Requiem, the rest of the gang, and Jaren too. Excuse me? I thought Jaren died in the raid on the brothel. But you're saying you killed her? That's right. It wasn't becoming the Lord that fucked you up. You were always on the other side. From the day we first met. I should have never trusted you. Fuck. So it was all bullshit, was it? Every last minute of it. No, I think he is past trying to explain. Like he tried to do that with Requiem and he got almost murdered. So I think, yeah, he is done trusting people. He has just accepted to be the villain, basically. He's choosing to be the villain to sort of... Like, remember Giselle's cocoon that she put herself in? And also, I mean, Michelle also sort of did that. Jacopo is doing it right here, but he's in a cocoon of villainy. Like, he's shielding his own weak, vulnerable self by just putting on an air of being the villain and just accepting that. Which is very tragic in its own right. Throw her somewhere I can't see her, dog. Why not just kill her? The last thing I need is people making a big fuss about a dead body showing up while we're preparing for the festival. And it's not like a damn whore poses any real danger to me. Especially not with her arm bending backwards. We don't need to waste any more time concerned about her. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? You won't even fucking kill me? I came in here with no intention of coming back out. And you don't even have the decency to do that much for me. Shut your goddamn mouth already. Leave your key here, dog. I'll handle our business alone today. So I just had to drag the whore out then. What a disappointment. Don't get any funny ideas. Just because I only told you not to kill her doesn't mean you can state your thirst with one of her arms or legs. You throw her out and nothing more, understood? Clear as crystal, Lord. Then get out of here. I hate myself for ever thinking you were a good guy. Enjoy an eternity in hell, asshole! The sad part is, I do kind of believe that Jacopo was, like, maybe sparing her here. Like, at least, like, recognizing that she was his best friend and didn't want to kill her. Maybe I'm reading too much into things, but that's what I believe. The number of times I burned bridges, I can see he's purposely villainizing himself to her. Yeah, he's doing it on purpose, very much. Exactly. But I do think that he was sparing her here. It was not just because, oh no, but she's not a threat and I don't want to make a mess of things, blah blah blah. Like, I actually do believe that he was trying to save her life here. For their friendship. Now, how do you plan to make up for this mess you so kindly made for me? You know damn well how busy I am right now. I had no choice. She threatened me. Yes, you had no choice but to hold up with her until morning, and you had no choice but to lie about having business with me. Don't give me that look. Like I told the dog, I have no interest in creating any bodies during the festival prep. So I'll let you off the hook for this one. What? And you'll swear you never do anything like this again? Yes, sir. I swear on my life. Excellent. Next. And with that, the books are settled. The only reason I didn't hit you in the face is because your damn sister would throw a fit. So be sure to thank her when you see her. And remember, never again. Hand over your key. Now, get out of my sight. Yes, sir. I'm very sorry for everything, sir. Was it all bullshit, Maria? I'm beginning to wonder myself. Not even a word before coming at me with a knife. Not even a sliver of faith in me. I've been at this long enough, and I still haven't learned my lesson. Naive enough to think that maybe she would be different. That she would understand. no matter what anyone else said about me. Believe me when I said I really was trying to help. That I gave everything else up in the hopes of improving their lives. God, I'm such a fool. How many times do I need to be reminded that no one's on my side anymore? She was right about me. I am just a useless sack of human flesh. I should head up to the tower. What's that? A necklace? Maria must have dropped it in the struggle. So, what'd you get her? As your big sister, I'd be happy to check the present out before you give it to her. Make sure you don't make too big an ass out of yourself. Today's the day, right? You give her the present and you finally tell her how you feel. When she comes back, give her the necklace and tell her how you feel. And if she turns you down, we can all have a good laugh about it. Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. On the other hand, maybe part of him sparing Maria is because he resolved himself to free Morgana after the festival. Yeah, that's also a thought. I can see that as well. Maybe both even. Also, all the things Maria was angry about were true. She of course didn't know why it happened, but yeah, definitely. She has all right to be angry, really, because he has messed up big time. But yeah, that's why this whole thing is so tragic. Like it's complicated and it's not entirely black and white. It's messy, just like real life. I was positive it had been taken or broken in the raid. But you've been holding on to it? You kept it for all these years. I would have figured you'd have thrown it away by now. Necklace in hand, I made my way toward the observation tower. A thought bubbling up from the depths of my mind. It was a wretched, unsightly thing, which only swelled as I drew nearer. Never would I have conceived of such a monstrous notion, of exploiting my old identity, had this trinket not fallen back into my hands. Oh. I'm not entirely remembering how this goes, but I do think that he wants to pretend to be his old self that rescues her. Is what I'm guessing here. I knew Morgana wasn't of sound mind, that the world she saw was a twisted falsehood. And though I couldn't see what delusions her mind was producing, it was evident that the man I was now and the boy she once knew were two distinct entities in it. So maybe if the old Jacopo were still good in her mind, if she still remembered him fondly, then perhaps I could assume that role. Much like I assumed the role of the Lord. Yep, okay. The thought sent a chill down my spine. By putting on that mask, I would be disregarding every horrible thing I had done to her, every time I had come up here these past months to draw her blood. In that moment, there was no one in this whole wide world who had fallen so close to hell as I. And in that moment, I could no longer deny the madness that had taken root in my heart, the madness that had given rise to such a fancy. I suppose Mel betrayed Maria by giving her insight into the mask Jacopo donned. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's like a betrayal, really. I mean, he didn't make things better. Maybe they could have talked if he hadn't told her, but at the same time, he didn't know, so to him, he has only seen this side of Jacopo, so I wouldn't really consider that a betrayal, though. Oh, this CG hurts. Ah, everything hurts. Morgana, do you know who I am? The Lord. What do you want with me? Are you here for... I don't have any. There's no blood left for you to take. That's right. I'm the Lord. I'm the man who's brought you a lifetime of pain. The man who locked you up in this tower. And the man who struck fear into your young heart 7 years ago. Yes, you did. I'll never forget. Now tell me, Morgana, do you know what this is? On your birthday 4 years ago, a young man was going to give you this necklace as a present. Do you remember that young man? Or have you forgotten? Forgotten what a pleasant time that was. I can't say I'm surprised. You were always saying how much you hated staying at that brothel. Those 3 years were no more pleasant than any other time of your life. I remember him. And I remember those days. And do you remember them fondly? Yes. Well, that's great to hear. You can rest at ease, Morgana, because he's going to be here soon, and he'll... That was the only time... What? That was the only time in my life when I was actually happy. Except for those years. My life's been nothing but pain and misery. But those days, they were warm. Everyone was so kind to me. They showed me love. It was all I had. The only happiness I ever had. No time in my life was better than that. But it was taken from me. I wish it had all just ended there. Her words were like a plunge through thin ice. I could put on the best forged mask in all the world, but I would never again be the man in her memories. I could act exactly like him, but I would never be him. My hands were permanently stained with blood. The sharp smell of death hung around me like a cloud. I was a heartless killer, and anyone could see that. Never would I be able to smile like him, and never would I be able to share his dreams. The fact that I even had the idea to pretend to be my old self was proof in and of itself that I was too far gone. I'd reached the point where the real me was the imposter. He's dead, and so is everyone else. Why do you have that necklace, Lord? Did you kill him? Was that your doing too? So the best thing I could do was let Morgana have her pleasant memories unmolested. I'd ruined enough for her already. Oh my god, I'm on the verge of tears here, guys. Like, seriously, this is so... this is just painful. Such a beautiful and tragic scene. She'd said those 3 years were the happiest time of her life. I couldn't tell her the truth now. And with no possible lies or justifications that would ever allow me to stand by her side again. You did, didn't you? I did. I killed the young man. I killed all of them. I killed and I killed, until there wasn't a soul remaining. I knew it. You're the cruelest man in the whole world. The most evil, irredeemable man to ever set foot on God's earth. That I am. I despise you more than anything. I hate you. I love you. I want nothing more than to put a curse on you. I burned my feelings for you, so they wouldn't get in the way of my being the Lord. I want to see you dead. But those feelings never entirely went away. I tried to weigh what was more important to me, but I misread the scales. I hate you with all of my being. I lost any right I had to say this years ago, but I want you to know, I truly do love you. I revile you, detest you, loathe you. I loved you. There's not enough hate in all creation for you. Tell me, what do you see when you look at me? What do you hear when I speak to you? I hate you. 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 You can't see the tears on my cheeks, can you? Your mind, your spirit are shattered beyond repair, aren't they? You're not actually understanding anything I say, are you? You're not going to be able to remember any of this, are you? I hate you. 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 I hadn't realized it had gotten so bad. My eyes have been shut for far too long to what was happening to you, to my own feelings, to everything. For so long, I've avoided facing the truth. Not only did I fail to protect anything, I destroyed the one thing I cared about most with my own 2 hands. That's all I ever managed to do. I wonder, what was the point of no return exactly? This isn't the world I wanted to show you at all. I, of all people, should have done everything in my power to ensure those good days never ended. But any apology I make would just ring hollow. I hate you. 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 I hate, 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 hate. It seems my being here isn't doing your mental state any favors, so I'll leave your food here and get out. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Hate you. I hate you. I would like to tell you this though. Even if I'm fairly certain you don't understand what I'm saying. Tomorrow's the first day of the Harvest Festival. And when it comes, I'm going to finally do something I've been considering for a long time. I'm going to set you free. I'm going to put an end to all this. I hate you. That ship sailed long ago, I know. You're in no condition to go out into the world anymore. So I'm not just going to release you and forget about you. My father, to his side, an angel, send me back to heaven. That's the plan, yes. We'll go out and find some place to die together. He really tries to make others feel better by becoming the villain. Yeah, it's what he does. In this case though, I feel like, yeah, he's sort of right about it, because I mean, she is so broken, like she would, but I don't know. I don't know what he should have done. Like, she is dying, obviously, she's not gonna live through this, so, but I feel like he's giving up as well. Like, I can understand what he's saying, like that, oh well, you don't understand this, that I can't be that man anymore, but he doesn't have to be the same though. He can just do right by her still, like, and maybe it like explain, it wouldn't solve anything, like even when she found out later, like after they died, she still hates him, and rightfully so, but like at least like do something instead of just giving up and just, no, I can't fix anything because I'm the villain. Like, I hate it because I can understand why he's doing the way he does it, but at the same time, yeah, he really tries to make others feel better by becoming a villain. Agreed. Interesting how she wants to die and go to heaven, but her hatred locks her to the mansion. Yeah, also very true, very true. But I think it's time for a stretchy break. Also, I need to possibly blow my nose because I got a bit teary there. So let's stretch for a bit, and I'll be back quite soon, so don't go anywhere. I'll be back soon. Okay, I am back. I hope everyone had a good stretch. I did, and now I feel ready to continue. I do have a feeling that we might get finished with the main part of Requiem today, actually. Then we have like some extra bonus stuff to do as well afterwards, so I think we will have today and at least another episode, maybe even two. I don't know how long the bonus stuff is, but we'll see. But yeah, let's continue, shall we? For as long as I've had the throne, a part of me has wanted to say, I'm done. I have no need of this anymore. But every time the thought rose to my mind, it was pushed back down by a refrain of, so you let all that work go to waste, everything you sacrificed to get here. Back and forth the voices would go, day in and day out. In reality, it wasn't pride or a desire to hold on to my power that stopped me from doing this sooner, but the fear that everything I had worked so hard for would be for naught. Oof. I know that feeling very well. I think it's a very human feeling. Also, again, why I love Jacopo so much, because I can recognize myself in that feeling, like the fear of like stop doing something that you don't enjoy anymore because you have worked so hard for it in a way, or you don't even have to enjoy it, but like anything, like if you like want to quit your job to do something else or study something else, like studying especially, like I have studied a lot of things in my life. I am quite well educated and a lot of times like it like for I'm stumbling on my words here. I get too eager to speak, but like for instance, I for the longest time wanted to work in like the book industry, like publishing business, and I worked really hard to get there, and once I like got there where I was in a position that I could work with that, I felt like this is not what I thought it would be. I don't really think that this actually is for me. And coming to that realization was kind of hard because it was such a big part of my identity, and it was something I had worked for years, and I felt like, what did I study so hard for when I'm not even gonna use it? And I felt that way a lot of times with a lot of things, and that I have just made the wrong life decisions, when in reality, like, everything you do has a purpose, and it's okay to change your mind. You don't have to like stick to one path and that's the only path for you. You are allowed to change your mind even if you have worked really hard to get somewhere in your life. So yeah. Now whenever Lolly says you're dumb, I have ammo because you have said you're well educated. Being well educated and being smart is not the same thing though. Like, I have read a lot. I have a lot of like knowledge, book knowledge, I guess, but I still am not the brightest in like other departments, so there's book smart and then there's like street smart. And I guess I am more book smart in certain departments, but not very street smart, probably. I don't know. I feel very stupid sometimes, but yeah. I have studied a lot in my life. More than I have worked, I believe, so yeah. Intelligence versus wisdom, yeah, exactly. My god, my throat is doing something very uncomfortable. But yeah, let's keep going. But now that I saw death looming over her, it was clear that only greater, more crushing despair awaited me. It would break me utterly, and I would end up abusing my people even worse than Bonnier had. The best thing I could do for everyone was to end it all here. To step down off the stage. Morgana wanted release from her agony, and death was the only path she would find it down. My sickness was worsening by the day, and death the only thing that could cure me. I chose the Harvest Festival in part because it seemed like a fitting end, but more because with everyone distracted by festivities, they weren't as likely to notice the Lord had gone missing. As my final act of penance, I would find her somewhere with a gorgeous view to gaze upon as I took her life. Somewhere you could see almost over the horizon. Somewhere the sun shone bright and proud. Somewhere that felt like you could see the world. And carrying the full weight of her enmity on my shoulders, the Lord too would meet his end, finding some place beautiful for her to depart this life from. Was all I could do to ease her pain. All I could do to provide her a peaceful repose. All I could do to pay for all I had done. On the first morning of the Harvest Festival, townspeople swarmed the new church's grounds. Maybe a tower of some sort. No, Dudor, no. That is not what he is planning. But we know that things won't go according to plan. Exactly like the third door. Like he planned to set her free, but a little too late. When I arrived, there were wide smiles on everyone's faces, from the young to the old, from those here to partake of the church's charity to well-off churchgoers. Everyone was in good spirits. Whee! It's a festival! Look! Everything's got flowers on it! Quite an impressive event you put together. The decorations are a bit on the thin side, perhaps, but for a church anymore and it starts looking garish? Garish, is that how you say that? They can go ham all they want down in the square. It's a festival, nothing could go wrong. Exactly. What could go wrong? You don't seem very enthusiastic. Why would I be? You spent so much time preparing for it, I assumed you would be more excited. Ha! As if. This is all politics, not fun and games. An effort to bring unity to my people, you could say. I don't understand you at all. How can you spend so much time doing something you don't enjoy? Oh, Gar, like Garfield. Okay. Thank you, Quill. I don't give a rat's ass if you understand me. Fair enough. When I first met you, I thought money and power were all you desired. But I come to realize that's not the case. I'm beginning to think you're hardly a bad man after all. I knew you were an idiot, but I didn't realize you were that foolish. How can you possibly say I'm not a bad man, knowing all I've done? That's also fair. Hey, no running, kids. You're going to get yourself hurt. What's the big deal? Run with us, Marie. Ah! You shouldn't pull on people. That hurts. Good morning, Lord Bonnier. Preparations are all complete here, and the stalls down in the city are ready to open up as soon as you give the word. Thank you. I could have been more thrilled to be part of such a wonderful celebration. I'm glad to hear it. Are you well? You look a bit tired. It comes with a job. There's hardly a day I'm not exhausted. Well, don't work yourself too hard, Lord Bonnier. It's important to get your rest. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, I almost forgot. Would you like a flower, my lord? A flower? We made all sorts of flower accessories and we're giving them out to anyone who wants one. They do the same sort of thing at the Midsummer Festival, and I like the idea so much I borrowed it. What do you say? I think this will look quite lovely in your hair. I'll pass. That's a shame. And what say you, Mr. Bodyguard? Care for a flower? No, Go on, take it. Don't let their efforts go to waste. Very well. I'll take one then. May God smile upon you. Thank you. Well, see you later. And Lord Bonnier, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. Hey, you can have the day off. Go spend it with your nun. Why the look? I'm merely surprised you would show any consideration for your dog. Well, it is a special occasion, I suppose. Needless to say, watch out for yourself. Prettified Yukimasa, yeah. You were assailed just last night. I didn't realize you were even capable of concern. It is a special occasion. Ha! Well, we'll take care of our usual business this afternoon. Should be able to bring a little more food than usual as well. Understood. Until then. Until then. Ah! I died and gone to heaven! They're sweets as far as the eye can see! Better hurry before they're... Ah! Hey there, watch where you're going. Hello, Raven! Welcome! Welcome to the stream! Yes? So, Lord Bonnier, I'm so very sorry. Well, if it isn't Mel, little sister. Yeah, good job, mods. Very good job there. Thank you for that. Very much appreciated. Someone's a bit too wound up, it seems. I've never been to a festival before, so I'm terribly sorry for running into you. Please don't get upset at me. Don't worry, I'm not upset. So you never went to any festivals in your homeland? What? No. I couldn't go to any because I was stuck at home all the time. Ah, I suppose you wouldn't be able to get out much and spread your wings as a daughter of a noble family, huh? Doing this on phone is a special challenge. Yeah, I can understand that, Quill. But very good job. You were very fast and you did great, so thank you. Nope, not in the slightest. It's all dresses and manners and no time for fun. I'm surprised. Most people just don't get it. So I'm gonna spend all day celebrating with my Mel. That's what the festival's for, but don't get too crazy. I'm told you're not in the best of health. Yeah. but I'm feeling wonderful today, so I'll be fine. You look anything but, girl. The festival isn't just for one day, so if you find yourself feeling unwell, let someone know right away and then get some rest, understood? Yes, sir. Nelly, where'd you run off to? What business do you have with my sister? Dearest Mel. I'm begging you, don't hurt her. I'm not sure what this looks like to you, but I haven't touched her. What's gotten into you, dearest Mel? The Lord was just concerned about me. Concerned? Him? Not in 1,000 years. Mel, we take care of business this afternoon. Be at my study at noon sharp. Okay. I'll be there. Ah, we can't have lunch together? Running a festival must be a lot of work. I could hear the sounds of countless people making merry outside, but my mind was elsewhere. Envisioning the place I would take her to die, somewhere far away, somewhere with a majestic view. It wanted nothing more than to run off right then and there, but there were things I had sorted out before I could disappear. I delegated several days' worth of work to my attendants so the festival wouldn't fall apart without me. My mind have already been made up, but it was still my responsibility as Lord to ensure everything ran smoothly so long as I remained on the throne. But all I could do after was pray that someone much more qualified, someone of actual royal descent, stepped in to take my place. And before I knew it, noon was upon me. As the bell chimed 12, the three of us climbed to the observation tower. The plan was to deliver Morgana her food, then send the other two back outside, so I could take her somewhere far, far away. But when we opened the door... Her spirit had already left her body. Yeah, that's what happens when you wait too long. The witch killed her. The blood of the witch killed my sister. That wine you're drinking is no medicine. It's the blood of the witch. You're all drinking witch blood. There goes another one. What's going on? We were told it was a miracle elixir. You're saying we've been drinking a witch's blood? Please, everyone, don't panic. This must be some kind of mistake. A mistake? A girl is dead because of this mistake. No, this whole thing was a sham from the very beginning. You and the Lord were working together, buying our favor with this rubbish. But please, calm down, everyone. Death to all the devil's deceitful minions. Death, 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 death! Ah! Stop it! Stay away from her, get back! Death to him too! Grr. That's what you get for coming in and making such a mess of our country, foreigner. Oh God. Why are all these damn outsiders getting better treatment than the rest of us anyway? The Lord's a traitor to his own land. He doesn't deserve to be on the throne. We'll take the city back, free it from his corrupted grasp. Death to the traitor! Such a fun festival. Morgana's death set off a chain reaction of hell and suffering. Perhaps it was fate, or her intense animosity made manifest. All I knew for sure was that what I could see, that the world was crumbling around me, and I watched through the observation tower's window. The first to go was Mel's sister, who had regularly partaken of the miracle elixir. She started vomiting blood, and shortly thereafter she was dead. Mel then broke down, revealing the truth about the elixir before stabbing himself in the throat. All I'm seeing is Theodore riding screaming death to his army. Oh God. Now the true festivities begin. Yeah, exactly. This is the fun part. Fear and panic spread like a plague. Breeding a desperate rage that found an outlet in the saintess, the face of the church. The Far Eastern man dashed in to protect her from the mob, and soon a full-on battle broke out between supporters and opponents of the Lord. Actually, no. A battle would imply one side stood a fighting chance. It was closer to a riot, with anyone perceived to be on the Lord's side ruthlessly slaughtered. It was as though I was peering into a nightmare. There was no question who would come out victorious. It was a scene I had witnessed once before, but this time I was on the receiving end. The illusory faith I had instilled in the people to distract them from their dissatisfaction disappeared in a wisp. And upon discovering it was all based on a lie, that dissatisfaction came flooding back stronger than ever. I could tell myself I always had the people's best interests in mind until I went blue in the face. But it didn't matter. I was a tyrant in their eyes. I turned away, and there lay Morgana's limp body. For a split second, I considered going over, leaning against the wall beside her, and taking my own life. With my foot hovering in the air, I swung my leg around, making my way toward the stairs. Happy fun murder festival? Yeah! Super fun! I had done enough to torment her in life, failing to even allow her to pass on peacefully. It would be cruel and disrespectful to force her to be with me, the man she despised more than any in the world, in death as well. And as I was still the Lord, having not yet stepped off the throne, the right thing to do would be facing the wrath that I had wrought. For a second I wondered if maybe Lord Bonnier had greeted us thinking the same thing. The revolution 4 years ago was also a foregone conclusion. But he didn't run. He stayed and waited for us to arrive. Perhaps it was partially pride, and partially that it was the only way out. We had lived as lords, we had ruled as lords, and when the time came to harvest the seeds we had sown, we would die as we had lived. When I reached the ground level of the tower, I could hear shouting and banging and stomping through the door. They were probably tearing the mansion apart, looking for me. "Find him!" they cried. "Dethrone him!" they cried. "Burn him!" they cried. I felt a slight pang of nostalgia as I listened to them, remembering when I had been in their position. All I had to do was open the door, and I would be dead in seconds. They didn't just have me vastly outnumbered. I had no intention of fighting. My life amounted to nothing. My people are all dying. Guys, interesting thought just popped into my head. We have been talking a lot about how different storylines mirroring each other in the house in Fata Morgana. And I talked about earlier like how Barnier and Jaren's sort of love story mirrored Michelle and Giselle in a very twisted way. And also like Jaren's death scene mirrored how Michelle tried to like protect Giselle and all of that. This sort of does too. Like in a way, he's leaving Morgana in the tower to like be in peace, to like remove himself from her, not life but death, to let her soul like be in peace. And like face a bunch of angry people there to kill them. Well, they are after him, not her, but like still, by going away from the tower and like going out to face them, he's in a way protecting her, like Michelle protected Giselle. I do like these parallels a lot. I do find them very interesting. My people are all dying. Soon I'll be stripped of my title of Lord of the Land, and not a thing will be left. It was all utterly meaningless. I killed everyone I ever cared about, even Morgana. There's not a single person. No, I didn't end up killing Maria. Hi Morgana, welcome to the stream. I guess that's something to be thankful for. I pray you live on. By all means, spend the rest of your life hating me. Just so long as you live. Now, off I go. I stepped out before my people, and a dozen bloodshot gazes snapped onto me all at once. I raised my hand in preparation to give them a few parting words, but lowered it again without saying anything. There was nothing for me to say anymore, nor did I have the willpower to produce words. Oh. They impaled me from head to toe with sickles and pitchforks and all manner of deadly implements. And no longer able to support my own weight, I fell back against the door, sliding to the ground. I could feel the life draining from my body. Their voices grew faint. Were they shouting, grieving, cheering? I could no longer tell the difference. My consciousness quickly slipped away. And as it did, flashes of memories whisked past. A child fighting to survive day by day. A young man with his head in the clouds, hell-bent on going out in the world. A crowd of friends, hooting and howling in a pub. Girls at a brothel, constantly teasing but always reliable. And you at my side. I thought I felt a gust of wind, guiding Jacopo's mind toward one particular memory. I don't need to see the world. All I want is... I could hear her voice with incredible clarity. And after so many years, I finally figured out what she had said that day. I don't need to see the world. All I want is to find our home. Oof. Yeah, it truly took an unfortunate road. Yeah, definitely. Not long after we met, I told her that I thought we might come from the same region, and that perhaps, if we went back far enough, we might find we even shared a bloodline. And she remembered. Nearly 3 years later, she still remembered that insignificant conversation. Which was why she didn't want to see the world. I mean, of course she remembered it. She treasured that time so much. Like, this hurts. This hurts. She was more than happy to just find the land from which we came. I never needed to reign supreme. I never needed the favor of the masses. All I needed to do was go looking for that little pocket of tranquility. I stand before a gorgeous golden field. Flowers bloom all around, swaying in the warm breeze. Vaguely familiar faces smile and laugh. After a long, hard journey, we finally made it. It was no big bustling city, no one dressed in extravagant clothing, but they would welcome us warmly, welcome us as kin. It's a quiet land, not a trace of strife. They bask in harmony, smiles on everyone's faces. Nevertheless, she's still afraid of how they might treat her, so I offer her my hand. This is it. This is our home. As we draw closer to our home, her tense nerves seem to loosen, and she lets out a barely audible sigh. She slowly draws back the hood covering her. Aww. She's so pretty. The soft light of the sun shining down. Yeah, I was close to tears earlier too. This is just so beautiful, so beautiful. I do wonder about this part though, because we know what happens afterwards. Like, she will curse them, and the house in Fata Morgana will begin. So I wonder if this is sort of like a final dream for Jacopo before he dies, maybe? Is what I'm guessing here. Or maybe just how he would have wished things to go. Maybe. To reveal for the first time her face. I will collect both Lolly and Morgana for cuddle puddles. Yeah, that's great, Quill. Very much needed. And yes, this is peak fiction. Absolutely, this is amazing. Looking back and thinking what I should have done. Yeah, precisely. A beautiful girl stands there. So enchanting I find myself lost for words. A smile rises to her face, now free of the hideous marks that once covered it. A smile brighter than ever before seen. The lush field stretching out behind her, accentuate the glimmering gold of her eyes. I stand there, silently taking in the sight. Her braids flutter in the breeze. A sky blue as sapphire drapes the scenery. She isn't a witch here. She's an ordinary girl. And me, an ordinary boy. We have no power, no extraordinary abilities, and I can't think of anything more wonderful. With all the weight lifted from my soul, I give a soft sigh, looking her in the eyes, and then I chuckle, remembering something she once said. And you told me to prepare to be let down. Ordinary though we may now be, our banter remains unchanged, and I know she's got a snarky response waiting to let loose. This is what I could have had if I made the right choices. What I wanted, more than anything in the world. We did it, guys. We reached the end. Jacopo is what us Brazilians call oh god, I feel like I'm gonna butcher that. Huma da Porra. It's basically the same of a Giga Chad for you Americans. I'm not American, I am Swedish, but yeah. I see. Gonna play the side quest? Yeah. We are not finished with the whole game. Yeah, no one in this group is American, exactly, Quill. But yeah, the plan is I will continue with a Requiem for Innocence, because I know there are like side content as well, so we are doing that, and then we're going to do Reincarnation, and lastly, before we finish with the House in Fata Morgana, we are doing the short stories as well, so we still have a lot of the House in Fata Morgana content to cover. But yeah, feels good to finally be good with the main part of a Requiem. It's been so good. It's interesting because I always enjoyed this story. Like, I never disliked it, but playing it this close to the main game, the House of Fata Morgana, really like enhanced the experience. So yeah, bad end hunting. I don't think there is any bad ends in this one. And as for the main game, I kind of ruined that because I thought that there were autosaves by all the answers. It wasn't, so we're not gonna do that. My dream is going to visit Suez one day. It's so beautiful on the internet. Yes, Sweden is beautiful. It's a lot of forests, but yeah, quite different from Brazil. I would say. Not that I have ever been to Brazil, but it's kind of different climates, so I would guess they are different. Is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I actually like. I was in. My God, I get distracted by Maria running here. But I'm gonna finish my sentence. I was in words. I was on one of the Swedish islands, Gotland, recently, and there were a lot of like foreign tourists there. I was not really expecting it because for me, Gotland is always like a place where Swedes go. So like for me, Sweden isn't really a place you visit as a tourist, but it was interesting to see how many tourists there were. So yeah. Yeah, I did listen to that band that you recommended last time. Not really my type of music. It wasn't bad, but not my type of music. I'm more like into rock music, honestly. So quite different from what you showed me. But yeah. All right, let's continue reading so Maria doesn't have to run. God damn! Everyone's lost their fucking minds! I need to get the hell out of the city, fast! On the first day of the Harvest Festival, I got this crazy bad sinking feeling, so I went to check out that new church across the bridge. Some kind of riot or uprising or something had happened, but it was all finished by the time I got there. And not long after, the truth of what the Lord had been doing came to light. I wished I'd never heard a damn thing. I didn't need anyone to tell me he wasn't the guy I grew up with, but never in my wildest dreams had I imagined he was that far gone. All the time in the world wasn't enough to make sense of that. It's my favorite band from Brazilian music. Yeah, I can understand. Like, it wasn't bad, just not my cup of tea, but yeah, everyone had different tastes. I wasn't sure if this is a present scene or still the past. Yeah, it's the past. So yeah. All the time in the world wasn't enough to make sense of that. The valuable asset he had been storing in the observation tower was, of all fucking things, the girl we looked after all... I can't read anymore, guys! I'm losing the ability. I have lost the gift, if I ever had it. The girl we looked after a few years back. Morgana. But the madness didn't end there. The witch with the miracle blood everyone had been talking about, that was her too. My mind was so scrambled I wasn't sure what to be most stunned by. But I had far less time to organize my thoughts or vent my frustration than I could have imagined. If I was smart, I would have left the town the instant I learned the truth. After the riot, a strange sickness began spreading through the city. If you caught it, your skin would start turning black, and then before long you'd be vomiting blood. Anyone who tried to treat it was infected themselves. The people call it the witch's curse. Get your heads out of the sand. I tried to say there's no such thing as curses, but I couldn't bring myself to finish. As much as I wanted to believe it wasn't, I was starting to think that maybe the curse was real. Especially thinking back on the scene at the top of the tower. The heavy air in the chamber, her dead body's eyes wide open, the eerie glimmer in those eyes, that I was pretty sure I hadn't imagined. It was like I had stepped into another world, and I could barely keep myself vertical. If she really was a witch, then yeah, that scene was a pretty damn convincing argument in favor of the existence of a curse. It didn't matter that she was dead. And even me, the least superstitious girl around, was starting to consider it a possibility. So the people that actually believed in the miracle elixir were freaking right the fuck out. They had seen what the Lord had done to her, how much pain and suffering he had caused her. It was easy to believe she hated the world enough to curse it. That's what witches did, after all. And the city was scared to death. First, they tried to seal the curse into the observation tower, but that didn't stop its spread. So next, they went after anyone who had known her in life, and punished them. Almost there. The forest isn't far. There she is! That's her! Shit! They discovered that the witch had taken refuge at a brothel a few years back, and it wasn't long before they linked me to it, making me their next target. None of us at the brothel had any idea Morgana's blood possessed that kind of power. But the more I tried to defend myself, the more they began to suspect me, thinking every word a ruse. The whole city had gone completely batshit. It's right there. Like hell I'm gonna let them catch me. Fuck, my arm. She's down, boys. Get her. No. No, get off me, asshole. Get away from me. Oh, this is awful. Best and worst thing about this game, I think it's a little more long, but it's just this. Yeah. Best and worst part. I mean, it's really hard to say. I think the best part is the story in itself. Like, I know it's a basic answer, but really the story and the characters, just amazing. The worst part, I have discussed it earlier, but it is the romance between Jacopo and Morgana, I think. Or rather the age difference between them. Like, if they were more closer in age, it would have been fine. But since there is a huge age gap and she is basically a child and he is an adult, yeah, that's the worst part. It is iffy. So, yeah. What the hell do you think you're doing? Wait! A bunch of men dragged me to the church and tossed me in the cellar. I could hear them shouting through the locked door. "Oh, witch! Oh, great witch! We offer unto you punishment for those who wronged and forsook you in life. So please, we beg of you, stay your anger. Have mercy upon us. Hey, have you assholes lost your fucking minds? I didn't do a goddamn thing to her. I never wronged her, and I sure as hell didn't forsake her. I didn't have any idea what that sick fuck was doing to her. Oh, great witch, please spare us from the wrath of your curse. Please have mercy on us who laid not our hands upon you. Oh witch, oh great witch. You're fucked in the heads, every last one of you. You're not accomplishing anything by putting me down here. So let me out, please. Let me out of here. Damn it. They really did. Just leave me here. The door's locked tight. I'm not pounding my way through this. Damn thing won't even budge. Fucking fuck. There has to be something I can do. Hey, is anyone out there? Someone, let me out of here. I didn't do anything. How long have I been in here? I'm so fucking thirsty. Food. That would be nice too. Someone, get me out of here. Please. I feel like my body's made of stone. I'm going to starve to death in here. You gotta be kidding. Oh God. I feel sick. My everything hurts. What is that? Blood. My blood? It's so dark. I never noticed all the black patches on my skin. Oof. Just remember one citation of the Divine Comedy. One time that he go to hell, he need to hug the devil. It's something like that. I don't good in English. That's fine. I'm not very good with English either, so it's perfectly fine. Mistakes are not frowned upon here. Make as many mistakes as you can. No one will judge you for it. So that's perfectly fine. Don't be scared to make mistakes when you write in English. I make a lot of mistakes speaking English, so yeah. Why? The curse? But I never did anything to you. Why would you curse me? Why, Morgana? What did I do? You didn't mean to, did you? It was just a little mistake, wasn't it? You can still take it back. There's time, just take it off me. I didn't do anything to deserve this. I didn't do anything to deserve being cursed. Come on, spare me. This is all on his fucking head, not mine. Is it because I didn't do anything? Is that it? I had a feeling she would get sick because of if I had been smart, I would have left immediately. Yeah. I don't think this is part of the curse. It's just like Morgana was probably very sick as well. Like, imagine being cut again and again. They did not have hand sanitizers or any sort of sanitizing at all, I would guess. So it's just basically they're drinking dirty blood and then it's just basically a plague spreading. So, yeah. It's also like the medieval times, so yeah, blood spread it and people spread it. Most likely one person who attacked her was sick. Yeah, exactly. Are you saying that I'm to blame too? Because I didn't do anything to stop it? Because I couldn't trust anyone but myself? That's asking way too much. How was I even supposed to know what was going on? I was up to my neck in my own shit already. Come on, Morgana. Give me a little sympathy. Spare me from your curse. I can barely move my body at all. I feel like I'm all out of blood to cough up. I don't even have the energy to cry for help anymore. So this is how I go, huh? And when I'm gone, that means everyone's dead. I wonder what whoever finds my body will think. They'll probably think that I was one of them. Now wouldn't that be some real bullshit? Also, guys, remember from the third door where there was like a skull in the basement? I think Marie. Oh, I'm not sure if it was still there. There was writing on the floor, but there was. I think Maria told like a horror story about a skull being found in the basement. I'm thinking that might have been a real story and that it was her own freaking skull. So yeah. Here we know where that came from. Look at me. I know how to write. I'm a woman and a whore. I'm from the slums. But look at me. I can read and write. Pretty impressive, huh? Why, I forgot how I learned though. Oh right, I had a friend who was doing some really important work. This is like the end of Evangelion for Fata Morgana, right? I'm not too familiar with Evangelion, so I couldn't say yes or no to that, but maybe. So I studied, so I could help them out, if they ever needed anything. And I'll make sure to write it all fancy and proper, so no one suspects it was written by a whore. See? I make a kick-ass aid. Who were they, though? I can't remember anymore. You hear that? I'm innocent. The sinners are the ones who lived here. It was all them, not me. So if somehow there's something after this and our souls live on, please, only curse them. They're the bad guys. It's all their fault. From where my character is, well, she is an original design. I commissioned an artist to make her for me. So I had like an idea of what I wanted. I wanted a gothic Lolita vampire with a lot of purple and flowers. So yeah, and I commissioned an artist and she made her for me, both the design and also the rigging for the movement. So yeah. Also, if you're interested, I have the link to my VTuber mom in my bio on my YouTube channel, so you can check her out there. She's really talented. Maria. Wake up, Maria. What? I've unlocked the door for you. Now get up. You don't want to be sleeping on that cold, hard floor. Morgana? What? How? You're dead. Oh, I'm dead, am I? And you must be half asleep still. But I... Now, that's enough of that. Let's get you out of here, shall we? How? I can barely move. I think you found that untrue, my dear. Go on, stand up. Ah, you're right. I can move. And I feel better than ever. It's like I was just imagining all the pain. See? What did I tell you? Now come, let's get out of this dreadful place. They're waiting for you. Huh? Ah, it's about time you showed up, boss. What? Yay! I'm so glad you're okay. I've been worried out of my mind. Jaren? I was told you were killed. Say what? Do you really want me dead that bad, boss? Did I goof up on the job? No, I never said that. And you're a model worker too. I've always been glad to have you around. Whee! Maria said something nice about me. It must have been real rough in there, huh, boss? I can't believe all those bad men would just lock you up. It's not nice. How's the city doing? Have things cleared up? You can rest easy. Everything's alrighty on now. I'm glad to hear it. You look like someone just pissed in your stew, girl. Where's that burning fire in your eyes? Ah. Hey there. I knew a little solitary wouldn't get the best of you, girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't just stare. What, you think I was dead too? Like hell. Ain't nothing in this whole damn world could take me down. I'm the crew's #1 for a good reason. That's right, you are, aren't you? You survived living as a slave in Barnier's manor. There's not much that could kill you. Damn straight. Don't you worry about nothing. Long as I'm around, nothing can touch our slums. Yeah, I believe you. So hey, if you're alive, does that mean? That it does. We're all alive. Every last one of us. You were never a morning person, but this is a bit ridiculous, don't you think? Jacopo, is that really you? This is like the Romeo and Juliet of the Japanese visual novels. Yeah, maybe like in terms of quality. Like story-wise, I don't think they're that similar, but like in quality of writing, yeah, I could say that. Is it really the same old Jacopo as I used to know? What do you mean used to know? I'm the same Jacopo you've always known. But you became the Lord, and then you killed everyone. Do you really have that little faith in me? I would never kill any of you. You know that. Just look around. Does anyone look dead to you? Because they sure look alive to me. Whatever terrible dream you were having down there, Maria, it's about time you came back to reality. But Look me in the eyes. Tell me I'm not the same Jacopo you've always known. No, you're definitely you. The same old friend I've always known. See? Was that so hard? Well, we got the whole gang here, so what do you say we go do something? Hit the pub, maybe? Oh, now that's a plan! We're well overdue for another drinking contest. Oh, I want in too! You're coming with us too, aren't you, Morgs? I'm not comfortable in such lively places. Come on, just this once! We can sing together even. Your voice will have the whole place enchanted in a snap. I won't be singing, but I suppose I can join you this once. The chance doesn't come around often. Oh, come on, you never want to go when I ask, but you will if she does? You could be drowning and I still wouldn't agree to do anything you asked, so that's irrelevant. I'm not going because Jaren invited me, but for Maria. Will you join us? You bet your butt I will. Ah, I'm so glad. Oof. Yeah, that's an image we did not want to see. Yeah. So glad that everyone's alive. It was all a dream. Just a bad dream. Although she is having a nice vision before she dies at least, so that's something. I knew it. None of that could ever happen to us. Save a seat for me, guys. I'm coming. The end. Okay, that's lovely. Thank you, the House of Fata Morgana. I love you too. Alright, I think that's the perfect place to end it for today. We do have a lot of other stuff to do though. We have Ascento Dele that we will do next time, and also Happily Ever After, and then I guess when we are done with those that we unlock the question marks over there. So yeah, but for now it will be like this. I'm your favorite character. Well, Morgana is definitely like in my top. Like, it's hard to say because I like all the characters, but my favorite I would say is Jacopo. Would hate the dude in real life. Absolutely, he's awful. But like as a character, I really, really like him because he's so very human and complicated, and I can like see so much of humanity in him. Like really, he's really interesting. But Morgana, also amazing character. I think all characters in this story are just amazing. Like they are all really fleshed out and human in their own ways, and I really, really like everyone. But my favorite character is Jacopo. I think we can finish happy in this live. It's like 20 minutes to finish. Yeah, I still think we should maybe save it for next time. I think this is a good place to end it, like with the end here, and not mix the other stuff into it too much, I feel. So yeah. You love Jacopo, he's your husband. Yeah, he is amazing. He really is, even if he does make all the wrong choices. But that's part of why I like him so much, because he is very interesting to follow, and you get frustrated because you like him and want him to make the right choices, because he isn't evil. He's just a man who is trying his best but is making all the wrong choices, and that's why I like him so much. Ascento Dele is like 2 hours. Okay, yeah. So we should be able to finish Ascento Dele the next stream then. I do wonder how long the question marks is like compared to... Oh well, I can plan stuff later. I do feel like this is a good place to end it for today because I do start to feel a bit tired. We've been going on for a while, and also, yeah, I do feel like this is a good ending for now. Morgana is very precious to me. I want to show her all the comfort and love, but I also love Maria Spice, and of course Giselle and Michelle are beautiful. Yeah, exactly. Like, I agree wholeheartedly. Like, it's really hard to pick just one because then you like remember the other characters and they are all amazing in their own right. So I love all the characters a lot, but like Jacopo has a special place in my heart just because of, like, I do tend to like villains a lot in stories, and he's different from the type of villain I usually like. Like, usually I like those like really arrogant and sassy ones, that are just what you call in like the bookie community, like in like dark fantasy romances, like a shadow daddy is usually what I like a lot. But Jacopo is completely different from that. But he's still a villain, so I instantly am like drawn to him. But he's so very human as well. Like he could have been the hero, but he isn't, and that's what I really like. So yeah. You need to run and get your phone charged. Yeah, do that, Quill. Thank you for being here. I will end this soon, so you won't miss anything. Speak to you later. How old I am? I am 230. I will not reveal my real age here on stream, but 230 I am. But yeah, I think I wanted to finish it today, so I'm glad that we were able to. So next time we will be doing Ascento Dele. And we will still, if that is 2 hours, then we will have at least 2 more Requiem streams before we move on to Reincarnation. Her age is around there, yeah. So yeah. But I have more streams coming up. Like it's Sunday today, so no more streams today. But next week I will stream a Requiem for Innocence on Tuesday, 13 GMT plus 2, as always. Or not as always, but like as always during vacation times at least. And then on Thursday it is Final Fantasy 7, 13 GMT plus 2. And then on Sunday next week we are doing a writing stream, because it's been a while since we did one of those, and I feel like I want to get back into those as well. So that's the plan for next week, and I will put up my schedule on the community tab and on Instagram today, so if you don't want to remember what I have said here, you can check that out afterwards. I will put it up sometime during today. So yeah. If I ever played Nier, yeah, I have. Both, my god, now I'm losing, what's the first one called? But yeah, I played both the first one and Automata, so yeah. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Morgana, and you're welcome to join us the next one. So yeah. But that's all I have to say for now, I think. I don't think there's anything else I need to bring up. Let me think for one moment. Yeah, no, I think that's it. So yeah, I will put up my schedule today as always, so if you're interested in checking out what my other streams will be during the week, check that out. But thank you so much for being here with me, guys. It's been a pleasure as always. It's been a lot of fun. And I will see you guys next time. Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye!